What's going on, guys? I have the first battle in the series of the Colonoscopists, and this is a UU battle that I had that was quite a lot of fun, actually. The opponent was a bit of a tryhard, and it was kind of, I don't know, I was just having a good old time. The Colonoscopist seems to have been going downhill now. I'm losing a lot of matches with them, but regardless, I will keep on putting matches up. So yeah, either way, it's still a fun team, so let's get straight to the team review. So looking at his team, he has many threatening things, such as that Houndoom, which is a pretty much almost surefire counter to my Chandelure. So is the Snorlax. Also, that Heracross is definitely a threat. I hate Crocoon with the passion of 1,000 suns, and that Froslass can be a very threatening spike lead. But his team seems to be fairly weak to rocks, you know, having the Darmanitan and the Froslass, so if I set up Stealth Rocks, then I should be good. Also, his team, once Suicune and Snorlax is out of the way, seems to get destroyed by Sharpedo. Also, he has a lot of physical attackers, well, not a lot, just like 2, that are fairly well walled by Gligar. And once his 2 fire, or actually no, Shaman gets destroyed by his team, so never mind, don't listen to me. But yeah, let's get straight to the battle. So, I'm going to lead off with my Mew, as per usual, and he's going to lead off with his Heracross, and then predict me on the first turn, and go into his Froslass when I go into my Gligar. Now, I don't care how obvious that switch was. Don't try so hard. Alright, but anyway, I'm going to switch into my Sharpedo as he sets up some spikes, and here, he Thunder Waves. Now, I even asked the Canadian Wi-Fi in a Skype call if that was standard on Froslass, and apparently, according to him, it's not. So screw this guy for using friggin' Thunder Wave Froslass. What a dick. But anyway, I'm just gonna bring him down to his Sash with a Dark Pulse. He's going to switch straight into his Snorlax as I crit him with the Dark Pulse, which doesn't matter probably because he probably has like Rest or something. I'm gonna switch into my Mew to see if I can try to get up my Stealth Rocks. Getting a little ahead of myself here. But anyway, yeah, I switched into my Mew, thinking I could set up my Stealth Rocks, but he actually goes for the Curse, and as they say, you don't mess around with Threat. So I'm just going to go straight for the Explosion, not even messing around, and unfortunately it lives with 1, but he doesn't go for like the Rest or anything, he just goes for a Body Slam. So that will allow me to fairly easily revenge kill him with my Shaman. I believe I go for an Earth Power here, yes I do. Just because I don't want to miss Seed Flare missing, because this team has a lot of moves that can miss. It's quite annoying. But anyway, I switch into my Chandelure, predicting some kind of move, as he actually ends up going for the U-turn, which is kind of annoying. But he's going to switch into his Houndoom. Ladies and gentlemen, predict the pursuit, go for the HP fighting, and Oko that Houndoom. Chandelure just won one-on-one with a Houndoom. How many times are you going to see that? Not many times, I tell you. But anyway, Heracross is just going to come in and revenge me. I decided to leave in Chandelure as Death Fodder just to see what he wanted to go to, even though my Gligar was a pretty surefire counter. Anyway, I'm going to go for the U-turn on the switch. What thing I love about U-turn Gligar is that it helps the offensive momentum of this team so much. Because as you can see, he goes into his Suicune, and I can just go into Shaman and nearly Oko it. Oh, no, I do. Well, you know, from 99% with a Seed Flare. So, you know, really helping keep the offensive momentum. I just stay and let my Shaman die because, you know, when his last 3 pokes stabs are super effective against me, not much of a point in keeping it alive. I'm just going to go into my Sharpedo now. I believe I go for the Protect. No, I don't. I just go for the Dark Pulse. And that's fine. He's going to send in his Heracross. He's actually going to make a prediction here and go back into his Froslass, I suppose, predicting my Gligar, but this thing's Death Fodder at this point, so I believe I just went for the Protect there. Ice Beam is nearly going to kill me, but the one misplay, the one crucial, horrible misplay this man made is letting his Froslass die, because if he let the Froslass live, then he had a somewhat surefire, not really surefire, but a somewhat counter to my Gligar, and because his last 2 pokes are Darmanitan and Heracross, Gligar will wall them till the end of time. So I'm just going to let him kill me with a Flare Blitz now, just trying to get a safe switch into my Gligar, and it appears that people are awake now with something. But yeah, I'm just going to go into my Gligar. Flare Blitz is going to do nothing. I'm going to hit him down with an Earthquake. I know that after recoil, he will die, so instead of going for something like the Earthquake or the U-turn, I'm just going to go for the Roost, which pretty much won me the game because now his Heracross can only hit me with a Stone Edge, which does pathetic damage, and I'm just going to roost up, get all of that health, and he's just going to forfeit right here. So that was a fun game, one of the few actually fun games I've had with this team. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can get some more uploadable battles, and yeah, so thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.